This is probably the question I get asked the most, and it's not really related to the content on my channel, but rather to the history of it. Why do I create English content as a non-native? And this is probably kind of a selfish video, but it's also a personal one, and I want everyone who ever asked me this question to know that I know that it's coming from a good and positive place, and I do not feel offended by it by any means, and I hope so won't you when I explain a little bit of my motivations and why I actually do so. The first reason I changed to English language is because I really wanted to. And I know how that sounds, but please hear me out. The thing was, when I started out making videos, like very badly, poorly made travel videos that are still online and you can watch, but I don't know for what reason you would do that, and please don't. It's probably gonna hurt my watch time. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I would actually film 2 times every time I would speak into the camera. So the first take would be in German, the second take would be in English, and I would actually edit 2 videos, put them up, and I started seeing that the German videos performed well. Still poorly, but better than the English ones. And so I decided to ditch it. But then when I started taking my channel more seriously, at the very beginnings, I would always proclaim the slogan of live your passion. Don't listen to the others. Fuck what they think, live your passion. And then on the other hand, I had to realize that I wasn't doing that. I was limiting myself, and I didn't like that thought, and that initially then sparked the idea of maybe going back to making English content. The second reason is, and that may sound pathetic, but I feel really lonely. I don't feel lonely in terms of not having any friends and being alone. I mean, I have a beautiful fiance here at home and just a lovely family and lovely friends and all that, but I feel alone in terms of how I think and how I approach creativity, and just in terms of things that really mean a lot to me. And I have such a hard time sharing my thinking just in words or basic conversations that YouTube kind of evolved into this place for me where I get to share this and actually find other like-minded, open-minded, critically thinking people. So when people say that approaching an international audience makes sense in terms of having a bigger audience, reaching more people, that's all good and right, and you may get more views eventually and make more money and all that, but it's actually way harder because you're playing in a way bigger lottery, if you will. Yet for me, it is totally worth playing that lottery of the algorithm if I may get a chance to find my tribe here. The third reason is that I really embrace and advocate for the idea of a global community, and we're probably still far from it, yet I just feel like it just seems like wasted potential for me to kind of comfort myself in the nation I grew up in with all its advantages and privileges, and not really try to reach beyond those and actually do my part in a world where we get to communicate in real time across borders all around the world, not only actually understanding the words we speak, but also beyond that, understanding each other culturally, if that's even possible. But that's also, I don't know, that's like such an integral part of me that it just seems like wasted potential to me to not try and work towards that goal in my personal way. As little as I may do for it, but that's just important to me. Which brings me to the last part where I want to address something critically, and for this part I'd like you, if you're part of the German audience, to put yourself into my shoes and really think about it for a second. So one thing I'm very often hearing, and I know it's coming from a positive place, and I think people are actually making that point to themselves rather than pointing it out to me, yet still though it somehow resonates with me. So I sometimes hear, if you're German, you should make German content. That makes way more sense. The thing is, I am not German, and I never will be. And also arguments like, you know, in your native language, in your first language, you can express yourself so much better and you can really convey the emotions. That doesn't really work for me because my first language actually is Polish. And my Polish sucks, like badly. I'm not able to express myself at all. It's terrible. It's embarrassingly bad. Yet I can express myself so eloquently in my second language, so why shouldn't I be able to actually do that in my third language or any other language if I just try and get really good at it? Authenticity in this regard is really not about language, but actually who you are as a person and how you feel and how you are able to express yourself. Of course, if you concentrate on the language and just try to get the words across, that won't convey emotions. Is convey even the right word? I don't know, I don't give a fuck. But see, that's actually also expressing emotions. And it's not really done by words, but it's done by the combination of my facial expressions, my gestures, and of course the language and words I use. Yeah, but that's really just part of it. So authentic communication is so much more than just the language you're using. And let me say that again, I know that everyone who has ever told me that straight to my face was coming from a positive place, and I want to say thank you for that. Thank you for telling me openly, thank you for addressing that. And it's also a chance for me to always rethink, am I doing the right choice? Should I maybe switch back? But so far, I think if you want to really support me, if you really care for me as a person, and if you really enjoy my content, you will do so regardless of the language. And many of you are doing this. Probably many of you who are watching this video up until this point and did not get offended are doing exactly that. And I want to say thank you for that. Like truly from the heart, thank you for staying with me and thanks for being part of my journey. The last thought I want to share is that, and it's an experience I made with this channel over the time, getting not only feedback from a national audience, but from an international audience. Like depending on the videos, like the Brunei video, I got a lot of feedback from Bruneians. The Kuala Lumpur video, I got a lot of feedback from Malaysians. In Borneo, I really got feedback from all around the world. The What is Freedom video, it's been incredible. And by sharing these thoughts and ideas and videos and whatever you want to call it, I actually learn the most from you guys. I learn from what I get to see and read in the comments. And there's just so much value in it. So I actually encourage you, if you've never went through the comments of the most successful videos in this channel, you definitely should do, because there's lots of interesting topics and stories and thoughts to be found. So, thanks for hanging in there, thanks for staying with me, and I hope this video was... I don't know, I really don't know what this video was. It just felt like due, to make. Okay, that was 2 talking head videos sitting down. The next video, next film is gonna be something cinematic again, promise. Thank you for being here, I see you. This is probably fuck. I literally really wanted it. Wanted. If I would have done something for the 100th or maybe the 1000th time, why? Tell me why? I have attempted to shoot dogs. Shoot! You could basically ask questions that go beyond the superficial. That thing that's like on top of things.